Hello, my name is Albert Dixon. I'm here. I'm a member of the St. Barnabas Episcopal Church. I'm also a member of the Isaac organization. I've been a member close to 20 years. I'm also co-chair of the Isaac Anti-Racism Task Force. I have to talk about racism that involved me. Growing up in the south side of Chicago, I didn't know what racism was. There were only a couple of black proprietors. They were both little Jewish grocery stores, little mom and pop grocery stores. I did have a white teacher in Chicago that she never downed us or talked about us or mistreated us. Also, even when I moved to Michigan, my family never talked about racism. My grandmother, she chewed me out once because I was listening to some classical music, and she wanted to know why I was listening to the white people's music. Well, I had no idea what color they were because it was on the radio. So that was my first inkling about prejudice, bigotry. All of my growing years in Michigan, I didn't have any difficulties with racism. In high school, well, it was, we weren't invited to parties or groups, and we accepted that. That was a part of the life that we grew up in, so we didn't do it. When I joined the service, my first inkling of really racism was my drill instructor threatened to take me to Arkansas and pick cotton. That really struck me. And later on, and stationed in North Carolina, that's when I really saw racism. We couldn't go into Jacksonville with a white friend. We had to be separated. We couldn't go downtown. We couldn't go inside the bus depot. If we wanted something to eat, there was a little pigeonhole we'd go and order our food in. No matter what the weather was, we're not allowed inside that depot. Going to theaters downtown we had to sit in the balcony. We couldn't even go to the condominium session stand to get popcorn or a soda or something. It wasn't allowed. Black families, if they wanted to buy furniture or something, it was twice as high. The price was twice as high for them to purchase anything. I have dealt with this all my life, and I worked as a human relations instructor in the service, dealing with trying to keep people sensible about race and understanding other their cultures and their way of life. And I worked on it, and when I came back from the service, and it was in Michigan, I joined the Episcopal Church, and they formed an anti-racist task force. We went from church to church teaching racism, teaching anti-racism through the training of Erase. I am hoping that my little contribution towards the anti-racist task force and the knowledge that I have will help Isaac and the community to remove this stigma of our lives. Even though sometimes I want to quit and give up. But then again, I remember what I went through, being threatened to be given to the Klan, being threatened to be hung, being threatened to pick cotton. And I see around here, I see people, not that I meet personally, but I see them on television or read about them, how they are just destroying the relationship that has been built since Dr. Martin Luther King. And it's just heartbreaking. But it gives me hope when I see people helping others. I see stories of blacks helping whites, whites helping blacks, the harmony that they have, the interracial relationships that I see, the interracial relationship that I have with my wife, Karen. Even though most of her family has not really accepted me, but we still work towards having them understand our relationship. And so that gives me hope that way too. My family has accepted Karen wholeheartedly. There is no problems about that. As far as the task force is concerned, this is my second time as co-chair. And I still feel that we can put a dent into this racism. And we'll continue to fight, continue to work this out. And I hope with the walk to Washington, D.C. for injustices, that we might be able to continue that fight. And as long as I'm able, I will continue to fight towards racism, any racism, sorry about that. And Karen and I, we have talked about the differences. We've talked about what we have seen, what we have done. I hope that this will be something that we can be proud of. And I hope that the Anti-Racist Task Force can be proud of the work that they have been doing. And that they will continue to fight with me against this disease, this mental disease. We hope that we can get this done. Thank you.